take the map and drive the instructor inside the classroom and link it to the M step, then everything will move. You see it?
Ladies, third grade teachers, could you tell me, how do you think this professional development was for you today?
PD. It was productive. It was exciting.
We will never leave Mr. Hurt's advising.
Because the schools that I've worked with, the teachers I've worked with, their scores just go through the roof, because what I do is I talk about practical stuff that's practical. Because I'm a former teacher and also I'm a principal, so I'm gonna be telling you guys things that I know will work in your classroom.
For booking, please visit shurtschoolturnaroundspecialist.com.
So I believe that, if everybody say it can't get done, I'm like, yes it can, why not? I said, if these kids can't read, then I'm not gonna propose all this, mom, dad, I'm gonna look you in your face and say this kid can't read. We let them down. School, parents, we let them down, but I'm not gonna take them to the next grade knowing that they're not at grade level. It's funny because I'm always like, okay, how are schools successful? Well, schools are successful when they demand greatness. Greatness doesn't come. We're about to make history. We're about to learn. We're about to grow. We're about to make history. And then, mark my words, it's going to be other school districts, other places around it that's going to be doing this thing. We're going to be the first model. And I'm speaking that into existence, okay?
For booking, please visit shurtschoolturnaroundspecialist.com.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is Sean Hurt, School Turnaround Specialist, with another powerful podcast. Today, we're doing part three of 20 non-negotiable characteristics of high-performing school. Part one and part two was awesome, and we're going to do part three. So make sure you come on, tune in. We call ourselves the Fantastic Four. Myself at 10 o'clock. We have Creative Educate at 10:30, Principal Kafele at 11, and Josh Tarver Sunday at 5 o'clock. So give me 2 minutes as I get all of my Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube. I'm on all of the social media platforms. So come on. But then like Principal Kafele said, we want everybody to go over to that YouTube page. So make sure you go over to the YouTube page, comment, like, give me them nice emojis. We want all of those algorithms to be high. So make sure you go ahead and do that. So come on in, and let's see who I'm rocking with on today. Give me a few seconds. I gotta get all of my folks in. I remember last week you said you were gonna bring a friend. You said, Hurt, I'm bringing somebody. So make sure you bring somebody. I don't care where you're at. You could be eating, driving, whatever you're doing. Just come on in. Some people are in the gym working out. They got their headphones on, like Josh Tarver or my good friend Anthony Green. They always post how they're working out. So you can work out, still get your workout in, and do what you do. But I need you to come on in and share it out, and let's get rocking and rolling, because the information that you're going to get today is going to be important to your school. It's going to be important to your work environment. It's going to be important for you to go to the next level. It's going to be important. So why wouldn't you tune in for 30 minutes to get some information that could change your life tremendously? Well, Hurt, how can it change my life? Well, the last 2-3 months, everybody, there's been a lot of people that have been getting promotions on their job, going from assistant principal to a principal, going from a coach to an AP, principal to superintendent, you name it. So that's what's taking place. So you say, Hurt, really? Yes, it is. I say it all the time. I got somebody else that reached out to me this a couple of weeks ago, and they're a principal. I'm gonna go and brag about it. So give me about 30 more seconds. And like I said, we still got time. And I am excited. I'm motivated. It's funny because, on Friday night, it's hard for me to sleep because I'm so excited regarding what's going to take place on today. So it's hard for me to sleep at night. I'm thinking about, different things. So let me see who's with me on today. Let's go to this chat. Let's see who's with me. All right. I got hold on. It jumped on me. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Jumped on me. It jumped on me. All right. All right, who we got? All right, I got Intermittent Productions. Good morning from the Chosen Crew. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Much love. I got Brother David Bell from Ben Harbor, Michigan. Good morning to you. Much love to you. I'm excited. Ben Harbor is doing some good things. I was talking about you this week, Brother David Bell. It's funny. I see people on my podcast, and I brag about them during the week. So I was talking about you to a good friend. I know that you guys are doing some good work out there. I got my friend Greg Dawson in the house. He asked a question on Facebook. Who is Cade Cunningham the next Grant Hill? Is Cade Cunningham, because we're from Michigan, we're from the Detroit area, so we're comparing Cade Cunningham and Grant Hill, and I say, hey, he's right there. So give me some feedback. What you think about that? Who's better now, Cade Cunningham or Grant Hill? Who's better? I got Lynette Wilson in the house from North Carolina. What's up, Lynette Wilson? How you doing? Yes, I love that big smile. I got Rashard Davis in the house from Vegas. What's up, Rashard Davis in the house from Vegas? Much love. Thank you for tuning in. I got Rella Hicksy. I'm telling you, happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Happy Valentine's Day, Rella Hicks and everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. Give me one more minute for the shout outs. I got Dr. Jeter in the house from Illinois, always rocking with me, supporting me. Thank you very much, Dr. Jeter, for always blasting it out. You support the Fantastic Four, Dr. Jeter. I love you. Thank you very, very, very much. Stay with me, everybody. I got Jasmine Harris in the house in California. What's up, Jasmine Harris? Thank you for waking up so early in the morning. I got Golfer WT from Atlanta. Listen, my wife just she flew down to Atlanta yesterday to see my daughter down in Alabama. I heard y'all got some good weather in the house. So good morning to you. I got Canell Sessions in the house from OKC. I sent you something this morning, Dr. Canell Sessions. Make sure you check it out on your email. I got Candace Smith in the house from Chesterfield, VA. Give me about 10 more seconds. I'm going to stop. And we're going to stop. Oh, I got Stacey L. Joy in the house from Los Angeles. And I got my good friend Anthony Green. He said he's headed to the gym. Hold on. I got Dr. Sheikah Houston in the house, and I got Principal Kafele in the house. I need you to stay on, Principal Kafele. I got a shout out for you, Principal Kafele. So once again, good morning to everybody. Hit that share button. I'm excited. I'm pumped up. We're talking about part 3, the 20 non-negotiables, characteristics of high-performing schools. So you know what? Before I always get started, I always ask the question, what is keeping you up at night as a leader? What is keeping you up at night as a leader? For Sean Hurt. Sean Hurt is 3 things. First, we have the state assessment coming up in 5 more weeks. So you ask the question, what's keeping me up at night? That right there. I need everybody to be locked in to the state assessment in 5 more weeks. The other part is that, how are you spending your Title I money? I talked about that. How are you spending your Title I money? And the third thing is this. Stay with me, everybody. NIL, name, image, and likeness. Name, image, and likeness. That's for high school students. They just rolled that out 2 weeks ago in Michigan. What are you doing with that? You got to get ahead of that because it's here. I'm going to do a PD on that next month, but we got to get ahead of it. You got to do your research, because if you're a high school principal, you need to understand NIL, name, image, and likeness. Okay. All right. So that's what's keeping me up at night. What's happening? Shout outs. What's happening in education? My shout outs. I want to give a big shout out to Principal Kafele. Hopefully you're still on. And your oldest son, I saw you posted last week, your oldest son received his master's degree in political science from Rutgers University. So big shout out to your oldest son for receiving his master's degree from Rutgers University in political science. And I saw that you said the next step is PhD. So man, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you and the queen over there with your son. When I saw that, man, I can see when you were typing it, just the happiness, as a father. It's one thing when you accomplish stuff. I know, Principal Kafele, you've accomplished so much stuff, but to see your son accomplish that, man, that means so much. I know, because it's like I have a son. My son's 16 years old. He's upstairs sleeping, but man, when he comes home with 3.8, 3.9 grade point average, when people say, man, your son is doing the right things in school, making the right decisions, that makes me so happy. So happy. So, man, I want to give a big shout out to Principal Fele and his son, but to everybody whose sons, and I got to stay with the sons. Oh, well, what about the daughters? I have a daughter, but I'm focusing on the sons that's doing the right thing. Man, that made me so happy. So big shout outs to everybody whose son is moving in the right direction. Well, my son is not moving in the right direction. He's still whatever. Don't give up. Don't give up, man. I told my son last night, he had a basketball game. They didn't do too good. He was whatever. I hugged him. We talked for about 2 hours. I said, man, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And that meant me saying that to him. I'm always telling him I love him. Give him a kiss, a hug. I love you. That means so much. So this morning, when I saw the post that Principal Kafele put regarding his son getting a master's degree and the things that's been going on in my mind, next week, I am doing an episode next week on fathers and sons. I'm doing an episode next week on fathers and sons. I'm bringing it. And I don't have to do research. I don't need research and all that. I have a son that's 16 years old. He's upstairs. I've been in his life every day. Every day his butt wakes up, I'm there. Taking him to school, give him a hug, whatever. I'm doing it next week. Fathers and son episode. So if you have a son, you want him, I'm bringing it next week. I'm telling you, I'm letting it rip. So congratulations to Principal Kafele, the family, the queen, Mrs. Kafele. Job well done. Next thing is that I want to give a big shout out. Hopefully you're on here, Miss Carla Smith, my good friend, Miss Carla Smith. She transitioned from virtual principal to a building principal, brick and mortar. So big shout out to my friend Carla Smith. Been knowing her for many years in Atlanta area. Keep up the good work. Hopefully you're on. Big shout out to my good friend Carla Smith. Last thing is that I want to give a big shout out to Erica Ellison. On Monday, we did a 2-hour face-to-face virtual PD, and the feedback she gave to me, I'm just doing it because I want to be a blessing. I'm doing it. But she said, Hurt, the 2 hours that we did on the PD, you helped me to be able to organize my classroom, to be able to look at my tier 1 and tier 2 instruction differently, to be able to look at my school differently, and it set me up. Oh, man, I love this. To set me up for success moving forward on her district assessment in the spring and also the state assessment that's coming up in April. She said, you set me up to go to a whole nother level with her district assessment, which is NWEA. I know that like the back of my hand, and iReady. And then we brought it to her state assessment, and we looked at those power standards. We looked at her kids. We both said, okay, these 8 kids, if you do these things for the next 4 or 5 weeks, you're going to be able to move those kids from yellow to green. Man, it was phenomenal. So I just want to say thank you, Erica Ellison, for trusting me to help support you. It was virtual, so thank you very much. And if there's anybody on there that want that support, hey, she inboxed me last Saturday at about she inboxed me last Sunday at 1:00, and we got to work Monday, and we start working Monday at 10:00. We didn't wait 2 or 3 months. It was Sunday, we virtual Monday, we tore it up. So I'm gonna stop right there. All right, now I'm ready. I got my notes. I'm gonna talk about the part 3. The 20 non-negotiable characteristics of high-performing schools. The characteristics, there are certain things that you have, that you see, that all high-performing schools do. It's just like in business. There's certain things that quality businesses do. If you are a CEO or whatever it may be, these are things that they do. If you play sports, you're a coach, you're an owner. Why do certain teams win championships? Why do certain teams go to the Super Bowl? Why do certain schools are always successful? Why are certain businesses always successful? It's not just from luck, but there's things that they do on a consistent basis to make them successful. And if you and I stopped at number 6 last week. I'm not going to go back 1 through 6. I'm going from 7 to 10. But if you do these things, I guarantee, with fidelity, I guarantee you that your school will be successful. I don't care who you are, what you do, what position you are in. If you just do these things, your school, the behavior will go down. Academics will improve. Teacher morale will be high. Teachers, the tier 1, tier 2 instruction will be great if you do these things. All right, so let's go ahead. I got good shout out to Felicia Bowden. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. All right, so number seven. Write it down. Let's talk about it. Strong, consistent classroom management. Any school that is successful, they have strong, consistent. Oh, yes, I love that word, consistent classroom management. Clear routines and expectations school-wide. It has to be very clear, and it has to be school-wide. It cannot be the 6th grade does it and the 8th grade doesn't do it. It has to be 6th through 8th. It has to be 9th through 12th, pre-K through 5th. It cannot be 8 teachers does it and the other 20 don't do it. It has to be clear routines, and expectations has to be school-wide. Students feel safe, respected, and ready to learn. Strong, consistent classroom management will allow that. We're not there yet, Hurt. I got first-year teachers. I got teachers, long-term subs. We're just not there yet. I got it. But you still have to have consistent classroom management, and it starts from the top down. It starts from you as the instructional leader saying, these are 3 things that I look for when I'm coming into your classroom. Please do not neglect that. Strong, consistent classroom management. Talk to me, chat. Talk to me. Does that sound good? I see Connie West saying yes with fidelity. You have to do it with fidelity, and you have to be consistent. I am sick and tired of going into schools where you have a pocket of good classroom management. It has to be consistent across the board. And you, as the instructional leader and your leadership team, have to preach that every day. Is this when I was a principal? One of the non-negotiables is that our classrooms looked the same. Now, the teachers put their own flavor, their own idea of how they wanted to decorate the classrooms, but I said that the kids will work in groups. You had to have a reading area in the classroom. I'm talking good now. The data wall was in the back. Each wall was focused on a subject area: science, social studies, math, and ELA, because I was K through 5th at one time, and everybody taught all the subject areas. Middle school, it was a little different. On the board, you had your I can statements up. Also, you had quality student work posted in the classroom and outside of the classroom. Those were the non-negotiables that took place at the school. What is your non-negotiables? Let it be strong, consistent classroom management. Talk to me. Yes, I'm feeling good about that. I'm feeling good. I got Vincent Taylor. Yes, and students actually want this management. Brother Vincent Taylor, you are so true. I man, this is the problem. You on to something, Brother Vincent Taylor. What we do is that we lower it thinking the kids want it. But the kids really want consistency. They want to know the rules and regulations. That's what they want. Keep it. I know it's the first couple of weeks, the months, they're going to buck against the system, but keep it consistent, please. That's what high schools do. Now, if you still want to be in that failing school, that school that have low academic achievement, keep doing what you're doing. And then you're going to be scratching your head at the end of the year. Why we only got 6 kids proficient in reading in our school? Why is it that our SAT scores, the average SAT scores for all 300 of our 11th graders, they're only scoring 650, 680? You're scratching your head. Why is it that on our state test and on the ACAP, on our state test in South Carolina, or where Principal Kafele at in Jersey, why we only got 3 kids proficient in math on a state test, and we got 100 kids in our school in the 3rd grade? So you telling me that out of 100 kids, only 3 kids can pass this math test? This math test 3 out of 100? I don't want you to be like that. Quit scratching your head at the end of the year, mad at your data. You mad, you throwing your stuff up, you mad, you pissed off. I'm telling you to make sure you have strong, consistent classroom management. That is non-negotiable. Man, Herb, you fired up on today. Yes, I'm fired up. I am fired up. I'm fired up because when I saw Principal Kafele post that his son got the master's degree, we have to scale this. I need more people like Principal Kafele's son getting master's degrees, going on a PhD. I need more like that. I need more. How do we do that? We got to have the leaders, the 35, 40, 50 people that's on my podcast on today, going to the school on Monday saying, hey, you're going to get a master's degree. You're going to get your bachelor's degree. You're going to do this. High demand for the students. I got Miss Annette saying visible support for students, anchor charts, etc. Don't rely on slides and presentations only as we had to do during lockdown. You are correct on that. Man. Next one, number 8. High quality instructional materials. High quality instructional materials. The curriculum and resources are research-based. Your curriculum, you might not have a lot of whatever, but you got to have some voice when it comes to it. It is research-based. Teachers should not be creating everything from scratch. The curriculum has to be high quality and research-based. Now, teachers will add their tweaks to it because as a teacher, you know your 35 students. You know, just like Principal Kafele says, you're not teaching math, you're teaching Matthew. You're not teaching math, you're teaching Matthew. It is different. Your math is, oh, I'm teaching math. But if you're teaching Matthew, you're putting Matthew into your math lesson. You're putting Matthew into your math lesson. So now the instructional materials have to be high quality and research based. So now when I get it as a teacher, I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm tweaking it a little bit, but I'm not creating everything from scratch. Is your materials, is your curriculum high quality and research based? I'm gonna give you an example when I really had a come to Jesus meeting. This is about 9 years ago. Let me go get some water. It was 9 years ago. I wanted to improve my reading scores. I sat my team. I'm like, hey, we got to improve our reading scores. And then, of course, you know, I'm focused on the boys. Man, I got to get my boys to start reading. They got to be starting to be engaged. So I was at, no, in fact, I was talking to somebody. No, I was at a workshop. And they said, principals, I want you to go into your school the next day. How many books, reading books, do you have in your classroom that looks like your students? All of my students in the city, all of them was all 100% of them, all 500 kids were African American boys and girls. Just giving you the dynamics of it. I went into those classrooms, not to observe. I just went, picked up books. Not one book in my classrooms represented my kids. I was ashamed of that. Now, one book, kindergarten, fifth grade, sixth grade, third grade, fourth grade. We got books everywhere. Now, one of them was a black book or black author. So now I'm looking at my curriculum like, oh my God. I called my assistant principal, Ms. Latanja Stevens, and my secretary, Daisy Truss. I said, we got $25,000 of Title I money. We're spending $25,000 on books and materials that look like my students. That was non-negotiable. I don't care what you say. I said, we're going to go to the teacher at the next staff meetings. They're going to go home and they're going to give me a list of books that they want that look like their students. And as God is my witness, I wish they was on here. We ordered $25,000 of materials. I was calling my friends that's on my podcast that I knew have books. Give me 30 of this. Give me 40 of this. I need 80 of this. I need 25 of this. High quality instructional materials is the curriculum and resources research based. It's either a yes or a no. And does the books that they are reading represent who they look like in the classroom? That was tough for me. Go tomorrow, on Monday, principals, go into your classroom, look at your kids, and look at the books that they're reading. Does this book look like this kid right here? Does this book represent what this kid looks like? And we want to ask the question, why our kids don't want to read, why our boys don't like reading. They don't see themselves in it. Talk to me, Dr. Houston. Put in the chat. Hopefully Dr. Houston is on here because that's her thing right there. Talk to me, Dr. Houston. Am I talking good with that? Do we need books that represent what our kids look like? Next one. Oh man, I'm fired up. I got 4 more minutes. Stay with me, y'all. Stay with me. Go and give some feedback. Is this resonating? Give me some love. Give me some hearts, some emojis. Give me some. Go on YouTube. Make some comments. Let me know if I'm aligning with what you're saying. Or you can say, Hurt, you talking crazy. Well, I don't believe in none of this stuff. This stuff don't. I need feedback. But once again, the 20 non-negotiables of high-performing school. What are the characteristics? I'm telling you. Number 3, collaborative professional learning communities, POCs. But listen, collaborative professional learning communities. Teachers, more than one. Teachers, more than one. Teachers, more than one. Plan, analyze data, and solve problems together. Teachers plan. Teachers. If you're isolated by yourself, principal, you need to say, teacher, you need to be with this group. They plan. They analyze data together and they solve problems together. That has to be fostered. That has to be done by you, principal. Collaborative professional learning communities. The problem is that we have POCs. We all have them once a week, twice a week, but they're not collaborative. They just going in there kicking it. They kicking it. They talking about what happened last night on Netflix. Oh yeah, did you see such and such last night? That's the POCs. They kicking it. They talking about Netflix. Did you see Bad Bunny on the Super Bowl? That's what they doing on Monday at your POC. It's no collaboration. It's just a meeting to kick it. Now, stop having meetings to kick it or checking the box, and you're going to have collaborative professional learning communities. Teachers plan, analyze data, and solve problems together. Collaboration is structured, not optional. You're not giving them options. Quit giving them options. Collaboration is structured and is not optional. This is non-negotiable. You will have a collaborative POC. You will talk about the data together. You will solve problems together. You will plan together. That's what good schools do. That's what good schools do. I got 2 more minutes and I'm going to wrap this up. Next one, last one. Continuous professional development. Ongoing job embedded training aligned to the needs of the students. Ongoing continuous professional development. You cannot just have PD in the summertime. That's why we're on here every Saturday and Sunday. This is professional development. You can even, if you want, get sketches or credit for it, inbox, and then you can get credit for it. You can actually, for my stuff, you can actually go into your principal and say, can I get credit for this? I will write it up. I will give you a summary. I will talk to your principal or your superintendent or whatever to get credit. This is professional development ongoing. You need to bring your staff. You need to bring people in that's going to give them ongoing professional development that is aligned to the students' needs. Does that make sense? So I'm going to stop right there. It is 10:29. Now, this is what I need. Next week, let's get fired up. Let's stay motivated. Let's go in there. Let's look at the 4 things that I talked about. Show it during your staff meeting. Talk about it. Don't just say, hey, hurt you. No, I want you to bring this to your school. And also, if you would like for me to come and support your school for training, for one-on-one virtual, that's what I do. That's what I just inbox me. We'll make it work. So thank you very much for all of your love, support. Make sure you go over to my sisters, Create and Educate. They're going to be rocking it out. So I love you. I thank you. I appreciate you. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Enjoy yourself, and I'll see you next week.